Talks on the telephone. A suit? They all ran away like rabbits. The bookkeeper only stood and shook. But here fate came to his aid. Into the secretary's room, with calm, businesslike strides, marched the police, to the number of 2 men. Seeing them, the beauty sobbed still harder, jabbing towards the door of the office with her hand. "Let's not cry now, citizeness," the first said calmly, and the bookkeeper, feeling himself quite superfluous there, ran out of the secretary's room and a minute later was already in the fresh air. There was some sort of draft in his head, a soughing as in a chimney, and through this soughing he heard scraps of the stories the ushers told about yesterday's cat, who had taken part in the ants. Oh ho ho! Might that not be our same little puss? Having got nowhere with the commission, the conscientious Vasily Stepanovich decided to visit its affiliate, located in Vagankovsky Lane, and to calm himself a little he walked the distance to the affiliate on foot. The affiliate for city spectacles was housed in a peeling old mansion set back from the street, and was famous for the porphyry columns in its vestibule. But it was not the columns that struck visitors to the affiliate that day, but what was going on at the foot of them. Several visitors stood in stupefaction and stared at a weeping girl sitting behind a small table on which lay special literature about various spectacles, which the girl sold. At that moment, the girl was not offering any of this literature to anyone, and only waved her hand at sympathetic inquiries, while at the same time, from above, from below, from the sides, and from all sections of the affiliate poured the ringing of at least 20 overwrought telephones. After weeping for a while, the girl suddenly gave a start and cried out hysterically. "Here it comes again!" and unexpectedly began singing in a tremulous soprano. Glorious sea, sacred Baikal. A messenger appeared on the stairs, shook his fist at someone, and began singing along with the girl in a dull, weak-voiced baritone. Glorious boat, a barrel of Cisco. The messenger's voice was joined by distant voices, the choir began to swell, and finally the song resounded in all corners of the affiliate. In the neighboring room number 6, which housed the account comptroller's section, one powerful, slightly husky octave stood out particularly. "Hey, Barguzin, make the waves rise and fall!" bawled the messenger on the stairs. Tears flowed down the girl's face. She tried to clench her teeth, but her mouth opened of itself, as she sang an octave higher than the messenger. This young lad's ready to frisco. What struck the silent visitors to the affiliate was that the choristers, scattered in various places, sang quite harmoniously, as if the whole choir stood there with its eyes fixed on some invisible director. Passers-by in Vagankovsky Lane stopped by the fence of the yard, wondering at the gaiety that reigned in the affiliate. As soon as the first verse came to an end, the singing suddenly ceased, again as if to a director's baton. The messenger quietly swore and disappeared. Here the front door opened, and in it appeared a citizen in a summer jacket, from under which protruded the skirts of a white coat, and with him a policeman. "Take measures, doctor, I implore you," the girl cried hysterically. The secretary of the affiliate ran out to the stairs and, obviously burning with shame and embarrassment, began falteringly. "You see, doctor, we have a case of some sort of mass hypnosis, and so it's necessary that he did not finish the sentence, began to choke on his words, and suddenly sang out in a tenor. Shilka and Nerchinsk. Fool. The girl had time to shout, but, without explaining who she was abusing, produced instead a forced roulade and herself began singing about Shilka and Nerchinsk. Get hold of yourself. Stop singing. The doctor addressed the secretary. There was every indication that the secretary would himself have given anything to stop singing, but stop singing he could not, and together with the choir he brought to the hearing of passers-by in the lane the news that in the wilderness he was not touched by voracious beast, nor brought down by bullet of shooters. The moment the verse ended, the girl was the first to receive a dose of valerian from the doctor, who then ran after the secretary to give the others theirs. "Excuse me, dear citizeness," Vasily Stepanovich addressed the girl, "did a black cat pay you a visit?" "What cat?" the girl cried in anger. "An ass, it's an ass we've got sitting in the affiliate." And adding to that, "Let him hear, I'll tell everything," she indeed told what had happened. It turned out that the manager of the city affiliate, who has made a perfect mess of lightened entertainment, the girl's words, suffered from a mania for organizing all sorts of little clubs. Blue smoke in the authorities' eyes. screamed the girl. In the course of a year, this manager had succeeded in organizing a club of Lermontov studies, of chess and checkers, of ping pong, and of horseback riding. For the summer, he was threatening to organize clubs of freshwater canoeing and alpinism. And so today, during lunch break, this manager comes in. With some son of a bitch on his arm, the girl went on, hailing from nobody knows where, in wretched checkered trousers, a cracked pince-nez, and with a completely impossible mug. And straight away, the girl said, he recommended him to all those eating in the affiliate's dining room as a prominent specialist in organizing choral singing clubs. The faces of the future alpinists darkened, but the manager immediately called on everyone to cheer up, while the specialist joked a little, laughed a little, and swore an oath that singing takes no time at all, but that, incidentally, there was a whole load of benefits to be derived from it. Well, of course, as the girl said, the first to pop up were Fanov and Kosarkuk, well-known affiliate toadies, who announced that they would sign up. Here the rest of the staff realized that there was no way around the singing, and they, too, had to sign up for the club. They decided to sing during the lunch break, since the rest of the time was taken up by Lermontov and checkers. The manager, to set an example, declared that he was a tenor, and everything after that went as in a bad dream. The checkered specialist choirmaster bawled out, "Do, me, Saul, do," dragged the most bashful from behind the bookcases, where they had tried to save themselves from singing, told Kosarkuk he had perfect pitch, began whining, squealing, begging them to be kind to an old singing master, tapped the tuning fork on his knuckle, beseeched them to strike up. Glorious C. Strike up they did. And gloriously. The checkered one really knew his business. They finished the first verse,